Hello, and thank you for joining me on the channel. Today I wanted to show you what I've been doing. I've been experimenting again with the whole seed thing because I had a few that just didn't germinate, and I know a lot of other people have had that as well. Now, something I had that didn't germinate was my chili seeds, but it was my homegrown chili seeds from a couple of years ago. But my newer seeds seem to germinate fine, so I think that was just an age problem. Anyway, today I want to show you what I've done. I'm planning on calling this video to chit or not to chit. And that is the question because, I know it's corny, I'm sorry, that's just the way I think. I've done quite a few different packs to see what would germinate and what wouldn't. And if you don't know what chitting is, it's just like, you know, with potatoes, I've got a little tray here. You know, with your potatoes, you put them out, they get these little green sprouts and chitting. You're just basically getting them off to a good start. It's the same thing with the little seeds. So with the seeds, it's just done slightly differently. You're just putting them on wet kitchen towel, paper towel, whatever you call it. Just use your wee scoosher. You're not soaking it, you're not drowning it, so it's damp. Put them in a bag, one of these airlock bag things, and you will see, when you hold it up to the light especially, you'll be able to see if there's any little roots forming. Now I did quite a few bags and I have two so far where there are very definite roots forming. This one is home saved spring onion, and this one is actually a cabbage called filderkraut, which is interesting because most of them have sprouted and definitely need to go into compost. But when I put the seeds straight into compost, I got one or two that actually came up. So I'll show you what they look like. I've brought some black paper so you'll get it quite highlighted. I mean, I could put it up against the window, but I think with the light, I've had to close my blind because if I don't, it gets a bit bright. A bit too bright. That might work to show you the seeds. I'll try it both ways. Let's see what works. So by holding it up to the light, you can see, yeah, you can see them. That's the filderkraut cabbage. You see all the little green bits have started. I think I'm a bit late actually. I'm a bit late putting them in, but don't know if you can see so well with the spring onion. You might be able to see, but I'll put it on the black paper. It'll be more obvious then. Okay, so I'm just carefully taking out the cabbage. That's filderkraut. I'm trying to remember how I folded it. There we go. I've got to tell you, they stink. I'm sorry, that sounds a bit ungrateful, but oh, look at that. Check that out. I'm just going to make some little holes, not too deep because they're not huge roots. So I'll do that and then I'll bring you back when I'm plopping them in. Right, so I've made all my holes and now I'm going to very, very carefully check that out. Look at that little beauty. See? I want to say, come on me Baba, and I'm going to plop them in there. Actually, that hole looks too big for you. There we go. Gently encourage contact with the compost. Now, I'm not saying I'm an expert at this. I'm quite good at the fiddly jobs, and I think a lot of gardeners are crafters as well. I think that's where we get it from. I've done a lot of craft work over the years. So I know I have a steady hand. I don't have long nails either, which helps. I'm just going to pop them all in. Oh, they look so cute at this stage. Very gently encourage that one in. I'll show you the rest when I'm done. And after this, I'm going to show you the spring onion ones because they do look a bit different. And I need to check my other packets because I think these are the only two that have worked so far. I want to do this whole thing with my tomato seeds because I don't want to be wasting compost, and my time and space is very limited, as you all know, at this time of year. So I want to just be putting in seeds that I know are germinating and will actually work. So that's the whole point of this. So I'm going to finish these filderkraut cabbage, then I can show you the spring onions, and we're going to have a little look to see if any of my other ones have sprouted. Probably not, but I'm going to give it a go with the tomato seeds so I can show you how I do that. You might do it slightly differently. That's okay. I'm okay with that. Okay, so that's the cabbage in, and you can really see actually the growth that's coming. Now see for these last two cells, you can see what I've done with that one anyway. This one here, there was a seed that looked like it was starting to open, so I just popped it in. And this one here, I've put in all the other seeds just to see if anything happens. You caught one of my other videos, I can't remember if it was the last one or the one before, but I showed you that I make them just from pots and just cut. You just pot like that and then cut the rim off there, and then you can just slice all the way around. Permanent marker, cute little labels. All the other labels are, I just find them hopeless, so I've been trying this method and so far so good. Right, I've just opened the spring onion tissue paper thing. Wait till you see this. I've been trying to play about with the light so you can actually see it, but look at them. Look at that. Homegrown spring onion. Definitely needing to go into their new homes, so I am going to crack on and do that. I am really happy with that. Okay, so that's the spring onion in and the Filderkraut cabbage. But with this spring onion, what I did, I put in a couple, like 3 or 4 in the cells so they can grow up as a clump. So yeah, I'm going to water them, but it made me think, you know, if you buy seed tape, I mean, I haven't done it because it is more expensive, but it's just like a big line of tape with seeds in it. So I'm thinking, if I take, I haven't done this before, so if you know that this is a disaster waiting to happen, let me know in the comments. But I'm thinking, if I, the ones I've got left, if I gently space them out and roll them up, or just fold, well, not roll them up, but fold them over, take them outside and put them in a wee trough and gently cover them with compost. Like a DIY seed tape is where I'm going with this. I mean, I would think to do it when it's dry and not when it's, you know, still wet. But you think, would that work? But I'll tell you another reason I'm asking. I did them one by one into the seed tray that I've just shown you, and it is a bit fiddly. My cabbage was a lot easier. So yeah, I'm trying to cut corners is basically what I'm saying to you. Can I say can I? You know, by the time you've seen this, you know I've done it. I'll let you know how it goes. You might already be sitting there going, don't do it, Sharon, it's another disaster that you're about to embark on. Yeah, I've still got more seed left. I think I've overestimated how many spring onions I actually want at the moment. There's quite a lot. I've also got some in the garden. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I know other people will want some if there's too many. But it also reminded me there's something else that I never mention on this channel. Well, I say never. I rarely mention on this channel. And a lot of you here won't know that I do a podcast. So I thought I'd just briefly mention it to you. It's called the My Slice of Life podcast. I used to put the videos on this channel, but then I made its own channel because I wanted this one to be just about the gardening. So if you are interested in going along and seeing it, because the season I've just started, I do all different topics by the way, but this season is the folklore of trees and plants. And it's also the first season I've been doing in video format. The views are awful. So I'm thinking this might be the only season I do in video format. I'll see. So yeah, I do have a separate channel for the podcast. I mean, in the past, I've covered some things, you know, to do with gardening. We've done mysteries, we've done some paranormal things, productivity. We did preparedness as well, how to be prepared for all different sorts of things that might happen in life. I also did a bit on movies as well, but it's varied. There's lots and lots of different things. Basically, whatever I find interesting in life, I talk about. And I say whatever I find interesting because I'm still waiting for people to come and give me lots more suggestions. So until other people tell me what they want to hear about, you're stuck listening to what I want to talk about. Sorry. So if you would like to go and have a look at it, I would really appreciate it. And the link is in the description. I think it's always in the description, but yeah, go and have a look. Now, tomato seeds. Bit of segue. Whew. So I'm going to do some tomato seed chitting. Kitchen roll. It's very thin kitchen roll, this actually. Cheap stuff. Just the cheap stuff. That's all I need. Oh, tomato seeds. These are from 2023. Red Robin. They are a cherry tomato. These will be seeds that I've saved from my own plants. I'm sure I've got other ones. Hold on. More Red Robin. Ah! Tomatoes. Oh, right. We've hit the tomato section. They're all peppers. Oh, more tomatoes. Oh, crap. How many tomatoes do I need? Tomatoes don't normally do well for me, so I get a wee bit nervy when I do this. Now, in the past, the only tomatoes that have ever grown well for me are the Red Robin, the little cherry tomatoes. So let's see how this goes. Caffeine levels are dangerously low. Right, I hope you can see that okay. I'll not see too much crap in the background that will distract. Oh, a kitchen is always a work in progress, isn't it? Now, I'm just going to see if they all come out. I'm in trouble. That should be more in the middle. Hold on, I'm just going to sugar them down so they're in the middle. Technical term, you know, sugaring. And what I do is fold them over that way, very gently. And then that way, making myself a nice little seed parcel. Right, I'm just going to give it a wee squish. I don't want to be too mad with it because I've actually got seed packets here and I do not want to get them wet. Now that's not very wet, but when I put it in the bag, I will be putting more water in. And then label and date it. If you do it in the bag, it's not going to go anywhere else and soak what shouldn't be soaked. Has that worked? A wee bit this side. There we go. Now that is, like I said, Red Robin. I will get my label that. See, the problem I have is I want to grow them all. You'll be the same. We want to grow them all. I'm thinking if I chip them and they all come up, fine. But there's a part of me saying try them in pots as well in case that doesn't work. Do you know what I mean? I want to try both. And I can't grow them all, so I don't know. Some of these seeds are a bit older, so I might. But what do you do? Do you chit your tomato seeds? Do you chit any of your seeds? Let me know what you do. I would love to hear how the rest of you do this, if you do it at all. Or is there anything you definitely wouldn't bother chitting? I'm tempted to say spring onion because it takes ages picking them all out. But let me know what you think. Right, I haven't shown you the packets yet. I will get them. But if you've made it this far, wait till I tell you. I've had all these packets of seeds chitting in the sitting room. And we would walk in and go, what is that smell? It was like somebody had been cooking a mince dinner in the living room. It was, but like mince, it was a bit not at its best. What is that smell? Every day. I picked up the seeds that I've been chitting and I opened the bag. I think it was Filderkraut. And I opened the bag. I found it. I found the smell. They were rank. I don't know why. I don't know why they were so bad. They weren't like mouldy or anything, but they were stinking. So you might want to bear that in mind. I think they get a bit, is it just me? I don't know. Maybe they just get a bit stinky. Anyway, I'm going to go and get the other seeds and we can just have a quick look and see if anything else is chitted before I let you go. Most of you have gone by now already, so it won't matter. Right, I have brought the other ones through and I have cauliflower, Romanesque. Oh, I think there is one. I don't know if you'll see it from here actually. Hold on, get it in the right place. Might need to hold it up to the light for you again. Here's an issue I've been having this year. Red onions. No germination from any of the red onions. I've tried them inside, I've tried them outside, I've tried them in the polytunnel, I've tried them in the garden, I've tried to chit them. Nothing works. If you grow red onions and they work, what the hell do you do with them to make them work? Because I'm stuck. There's nothing. Okay, so they still don't work. Brussels sprouts. I'm going to have to open this blind up a bit. Hold on. I think I might have 1 or 2 Brussels sprouts. That's not very good. They didn't grow well before. I'm wondering if the seed is just a bit old. And the last one is home saved bulb onion. And there's definitely something kind of green looking in. Oh, maybe that's mould. And they stink. Maybe that's the really weird smell of them. Anyway, be grateful it's not smell-o-vision. Do you chit? Do you not chit? It works great for some and not others. I hope you'll join me for the next gardening video, whatever that's going to be, because at this point I haven't got a clue. But until then, you take care of yourself.